And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Animation Commendation for another exciting episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Animation Edition. This is episode 5 of season 6, and we have with us a returning contestant. He's not a stranger to the show. He's been on a couple times before, Mr. Sean Nasuti. How are you?
I'm doing pretty great, man. How are you?
I've been very good, and I'm glad you've decided to come back. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, absolutely. I love being on the show, but the thing is, last time, anyone who has been following this, last time I did this, it didn't go well. Basically, there were 2 questions during my last time I did this, and they were both about Studio Ghibli films, and I'll be blunt, I'm not too familiar with it, so, I got fine with I remember I got by with the first one because I used the Lifeline, but then the second one, I'm like, and boom, I'm done.
So you're hoping for fewer Ghibli questions this time, huh?
Hopefully.
And for people who aren't familiar with you, can you introduce what do you do, your blog and all that?
Oh, absolutely. Anyway, as my name is Sean Nasuti, and I am a not professional, I'm a film
He's
critic.
A professional, got that?
Professional. So anyway, I've been operating my own blog called Rhode Island Movie Corner, which is rimoviecorner.blogspot.com since about 2012. And that's what I've been doing since then. I've been posting all my reviews there. Reviews, editorials, top 10 lists, all retrospectives, all that stuff. But since we did this last, I'm also a featured writer on the Diz Insider. That's thedizinsider.com. Really fun website, a lot of great people there. And I've been mostly just, again, posting some Disney-related reviews and editorials there. So if you want to check that site out, there you go. That's a really great site, really great people, run by the amazing Skylar Schuler. And so, yeah, Diz Insider.
Yeah, and I'll put links to both below, and I can vouch that both Rhode Island Movie Corner blog as well as Diz Insider is pretty good for getting a lot of early scoops. So definitely check that out.
Well, maybe I'm not the scoop guy.
Exactly, but you're related. You're part of it. You get some of the credit.
Absolutely.
And for those of you who are new to the show, this is a multiple choice game show about anything even remotely related to the field of animation. As long as Sean keeps getting questions right, he goes high up the ladder. Once he gets one wrong, that's the end of the game, and he leaves with the last number of points for the last safe haven. He has 3 lifelines to help him, 50-50. He gets rid of 2 wrong answers, a phone a friend if he chooses. He can call someone for help, or an Ask the Expert. This season, our expert is film blogger and reviewer, Mr. Andrew Garrison, who actually won the game show last season. So I've asked him all these questions, and Sean can see how he answered, decide if he wants to go with that or not. And if Sean gets to the 32,000, he gets a 4th lifeline. He can switch the question for another one worth the same amount of points. And of course, there's an Amazon gift card for the winner at the end of this season. And Sean, after that lengthy intro, are you ready to play Millionaire?
Oh, I am ready to go.
I feel you've been ready for like 2 years, probably.
Oh, yes. And actually, before we started this today, you gave me a look at Chris Garrison's post, and the big thing he said was, "I'm very familiar with my Miyazaki films." And I'm just like, "Ew."
Saved by the bell, right there.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you see it.
All right, it's coming up right now. And there we go.
Also, excuse me, and this is the Millionaire Who Wants to Be an Animation Edition screen, and this is your ladder of points. Remember, the yellow ones are your benchmarks. Once you get to those, you can't lose them no matter what. And I've shown Sean this already, but this is our expert, Andrew Garrison. Check out his blog, The Movie Guy and Friends, at andrewthemovieguy714.wordpress.com, and you can pause the video and read this for yourself to see what his pros and cons are.
Especially the Miyazaki films ones.
Especially the Miyazaki's film. Highlight that part.
I'm going to keep drilling that throughout this entire video.
And I forget what the questions are, but I'm wondering if there are any Miyazaki questions.
Oh, okay. Really, I'm joking, but you know
exactly.
Again, you've heard the story.
Exactly. Well, Sean, let's get started. 500 points. What is the title of the animated 1994 Don Bluth film based on the Hans Christian Andersen story about a very tiny girl? Today, Pinky Lena, B, Finger Lena, C, Thumbelina, or D, Knucklina?
All right, that's a nice one to start off with. Pretty easy. My final answer will be C, Thumbelina.
Exactly. And yeah, I forgot to say nothing's final to say final answer. And as you can imagine, you got this correct.
Good.
Were you a fan of this film?
Well, I'll be totally honest. I might have owned it on VHS. I still do own it on VHS, but I don't know if it's been so long since I've seen it. In fact, actually, it's been a while since I've seen any of the Don Bluth films, for that matter. I mean, at the very least, though, I'm familiar with obviously all of his big stuff. Thumbelina, Anastasia, Secret of NIMH, all that stuff.
American Tail and all that. Yeah.
Land Before
Excuse me.
Time.
Land Before Time. And as everyone knows, I'm not really a big fan of Don Bluth, but I've seen this film and it's okay. That's the best I could call it. It's okay. And
I
it's
mean, all I
very.
know about it at the moment is that Thumbelina was voiced by Jodie Benson. Like,
I was just gonna mention that Ariel actually
right,
somehow
because she
got
voiced
involved in
Ariel.
this.
So yeah.
Gilbert Gottfried is in it also as well, which is interesting. All right, Sean, you're doing fine. The next one's a 1,000 point. I have to remind you, if you get it wrong, you leave with nothing. I don't think that's going to happen, but just have to let you know.
It's probably happened before some people.
It actually never happened yet, so.
Well, I should probably say on the actual Who Wants to Be a Millionaire show.
Oh, correct. Yeah, on the actual show it has. I've seen YouTube videos of it, so just beware. 1,000 points. Which of the following is true about the character Peter Pan in the animated 1953 Disney canon film Peter Pan? A, he has a twin brother named Paul. B, he doesn't want to grow up. C, his favorite food is tea biscuits. Or D, he has a mustache.
Oh, so actually, I'll be honest. It's been a little while since I've seen Peter Pan, but then I figured I'm familiar with it enough to know that. But because at first I was actually thinking, I was like, hey, he has a twin brother named Paul. Then I don't recall him having a brother named Paul Pan. But once you showed all the answers, now I saw the big one. D, he has a mustache. He does not have a mustache. So it is D, he has a mustache. Final answer.
Did you say D? Did he mean to say D? He has a mustache. Which
Yes.
the found is true about the character.
Oh. This just happened recently on the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire thing.
I'll let you retract that answer because I know what you were trying to say.
I'm going to put in case anyone didn't hear about this. So one person had like one question and they knew what the answer is, but then at the last second it's like, oh, another answer, and they're like, oh crap! It was just a really fun moment. But okay, which of the following is true about it? B, he doesn't want to grow up. Final answer.
Okay. Yeah, take your time to say final answer. But you got this one right. Correct. Whew.
That would have been more embarrassing than me forgetting Studio Ghibli stuff.
You'd been the first person to lose at the 1,000 point.
Jeez.
Generally, I take the final answer as the final answer, but I knew what you were trying to say, so it wasn't like I was giving you the answer here. So that's why I let you retract that. But he doesn't want to grow up.
Let that be a lesson to you, folks. Read the question before you answer.
Read the question and take your time to say final answer.
Unless it's so easy, like, oh yeah, this ends up dumb.
Exactly. But yeah, Paul Pan. I want to see that now. Paul Peter Pan.
It's Peter Pan. Just recently. I know I said it's been a while since I saw it. I actually saw it a few months ago, and yeah, Peter Pan. It actually is one of my favorite Disney animated films.
Did you? Sorry,
I know it's dated as all heck. With some, you know what I mean.
What makes the red man red?
Or Birdo Stick.
Exactly. But
aside from that, though, I think I still think it's a classic. Caricatures notwithstanding.
Yeah. No, it is a well-made Disney film, but I found myself actually, for some weird reason, I actually liked the sequel more than the first movie, and I don't know why. It has nothing to do with like the tropes in the first film or anything. I just was more interested in the story in the sequel, and I don't know why that is.
It's been so long since I've seen Return to Neverland. Like I saw it in the theaters, and actually I have it on my Blu-ray collection right now because I was on with the Disney Movie Club, and it was one of those cases where I kind of forgot to reply to my featured title, and they got sent to me either way. But yeah, so I own Return to Neverland on Blu-ray.
Well, there's your next movie to watch. All right, Sean, you got 1,000 points. Let's keep going, and take your time to say final answer.
Exactly.
2,000. Let's go. Which of the following animated television families has a daughter named Pebbles? Is it A, the Flintstones, B, the Jetsons, C, the Simpsons, or D, the Smurfs?
Well, I didn't need to read through the question on this one. A, the Flintstones. Final answer.
You said that with such confidence, like you're sure this one's correct. Your answer is
this time I know it.
correct. Are you a Flintstones fan?
Oh yes, I love the Flintstones. I have the complete series on DVD, not Blu-ray yet though, but.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I say that up is because the Jetsons recently came on Blu-ray, and I got that, but no Flintstones on Blu-ray.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Flintstones as well, and I hope the Blu-ray will come out. Well, I need to get a
Also,
Blu-ray player first.
also maybe potential controversial take. I love Gazoo. I know people always say like, "Oh, that's the thing that jumped the shark," but I don't care. I love Gazoo,
Yeah, I have no problem with Gazoo, and
and also that sound effect with this. That's my favorite sound effect. You know, like,
well, when he like comes in,
yeah, it's like right here, dum dums.
and I have another unpopular take. I actually like Jar Jar Binks, so I don't know if my opinion matters right now.
I mean, unless I won't bring this up unless we get a Star Wars question in the next few minutes. But you know, that's another story for another time. I'm with you on that one.
Nice. All right, you're doing fine. 5,000. Let's go. Which of the following characters from the animated The Land Before Time franchise is known as a long neck? Hey, we just mentioned Land Before Time. A. Littlefoot. B. Sarah. C. Ducky. Or D. Petrie.
See you once. Well, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen The Land Before Time, but I'm pretty confident that it is a Littlefoot. Final answer.
It's, excuse me, Land Before Time, the film with like 10 billion sequels. Your answer is correct. Good job.
All right. And actually, on that note, yes, there are like 10 million sequels. Nowadays it amazes me because like look at I think about it, it's like when I look it up, it's like, wait, how many sequels did they make? They made like
exactly. But
I mean,
then again, Scooby Doo has like 30 something direct to video films.
exactly. But when it comes to Land Before Time, I do remember like when I was younger, like my grandma owned like VHS copies of at least the first 5 or so copy films. Which is, if I remember, there was the original, which I actually had probably the least experience with out of these films. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit. Then the second one was, I believe it was something about migration. I think
The Great Long Neck Migration, okay, that's the 10th one, I think. What is the
one.
Okay.
And the third one was the Great Giving one, which I actually don't think I watched all, kind of.
Oh, the second one was actually the Great Valley Adventure, I think.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's like a long neck migration one.
Yeah, that's like the 10th one or so, I think.
I did not get to that one. But then the third one was the Day of Great Giving or something like that. And then I didn't recall watching that one too much. The fourth one, though, which was something about Lost Valley, I think.
Journey to the Mist.
Journey to the Mist. That one actually I remember watching a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always remember at the cover on the cover of that one, you have Littlefoot, but then there was like the other long neck. I forget the other long neck's name, but
yeah, no, it was like a girl long neck. I forget her name as well.
Exactly, but then but also the fifth one where they like go to like it was like Mysterious Island.
Yeah.
And then lastly, the last one I remember was the sixth one, which was that one I forget the title, but there's like this one guy who they bring in this one character who's like, like this, I forget, but
The Secret of Saurus Rock.
That one,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about as far as I know of that series.
Yeah, it's like a Clint Eastwood type of character shows up.
And I do remember there's one point where Littlefoot's like, "You talking to me? You talking to me, taxi driver?"
I'm the same like you. I grew up with the sequels more than the original film, and I actually, like I said, I'm not a fan of the original film, so there are some sequels I like better than it. And my favorite is actually the 7th one, The Stone of Cold Fire. That one's my favorite.
I think I remember seeing that at least once. That one I didn't have. It was just the first 6.
Mm-hmm. But the 6th one is also good, Saurus Rock. But the 7th one is my favorite, Stone of Cold Fire. I could sing the songs all day, and I love the story and everything.
Neat.
All right, Sean, doing fine. You have all your lifelines. Let's go. 10,000. Which Disney character plays Jacob Marley's ghost in the animated 1983 Disney short Mickey's Christmas Carol? Is it A, Goofy, B, Pete, C, Donald Duck, or D, Horace Horsecollar, which plays Jacob Marley's ghost?
Yet another easy one. This is A, Goofy. Final answer.
You said that one with so much confidence again. Is this like a yearly thing for you?
Disney's, going off of what our experts says, like he's familiar with, and not familiar with. My big familiar thing would be, of course, Disney.
Well, your answer is correct. Congratulations. I don't watch this one I've seen it once, not because I didn't like it, but I think it was just hard for me to get a hold of. But now with Disney, I don't know if it's on Disney Plus. I think if it is, I'll be able to watch it more often.
It probably is. I actually own it on Blu-ray, even though I am well aware that that Blu-ray is like the really infamous one. Like they like all this too much scrubbing and stuff. But you know, I have it on my collection because yeah, Mickey's Christmas Carol. It's a classic.
Is it your favorite Christmas Carol adaptation?
I think so. Yeah, it'll be either that or Muppets. It's
Oh,
up.
Michael Caine.
It's right between. It's right. It's one of those two. That you know, I admit it's actually probably more Mickey's because that's what I'm more familiar with. I didn't really get into the Muppets one until more recently, but yeah, for like Disney adaptations, it would be the Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Nice, and definitely way better than the Jim Carrey one.
Well, I liked it, but you know that not as much.
Yeah, I don't know. I forget what I thought about that one, but yeah, I need to rewatch this Mickey's one again.
Yep.
All right, Sean, 2 away from the next benchmark, 20,000. Let's go. Which singer voices Wonder Woman in the animated 2018 Warner Brothers animation film Teen Titans Go to the Movies? Is it A. Bridget Mendler, B. Halsey, C. Ariana Grande, or D. Demi Lovato?
That would be B. Halsey. Final answer.
Maybe I made this too easy for you. Maybe I should have thrown in like a whole bunch of Studio Ghibli questions or something.
You got that for me last time.
Your answer is correct.
Mm-hmm.
This is a film I'm really surprised. I enjoyed this a lot. Teen Titans Go to the Movie. I thought it was a very, very underrated film.
This movie was. I loved it. Like, I mean, like, full disclosure. I grew. You know, when I was growing up, the original Teen Titans show, I watched that a lot. I think I at least remember to watch it at least through to like the end. You know, Trouble in Tokyo, and then like that ad stuff. And then when the new show came out, I didn't watch it because I was too. That was when I wasn't really watching cartoons anymore. But of course, you know, when Teen Titans Go, whenever you say it on the internet, everyone's like, they bait it.
Exactly.
But you know, you know, then the movie came out and everyone actually liked it. So I'm just like, you know, this did better than at that time. Like almost 80% of all the films that came from the live action DC Extended Universe films. So
Exactly. So it's like they knew something. They did something right here.
it's again a lot of a very fun movie. Like I think one of the best moments in that movie is when they go back in time and like change all the superhero origins, and it goes super dark in some places.
Exactly.
Like,
I forget there was a scene where I burst out laughing. I can't remember if it was with the baby Bruce Wayne or something. There was a scene there. I can't remember what it was, but I just remember bursting out laughing.
like they have baby Aquaman, but this is messed up, totally messed up. But they do like the the thing like plastic
Yeah, I remember that.
they do that. But then when with young Bruce Wayne, like they're like, hey, don't go over into this alley. It's so.
Well, that's what it is. They push the parents into the alley.
That's when they have to put it back. It's like, they just go to the parents like, what?
Exactly. I burst out laughing there so much.
That's absolutely brilliant.
And then there's the where Bruce Wayne, Batman, like shows up. I forget who it is. If it's Robin to the city, and it's like the Lion King Circle of Life kind of homage. So
yeah.
Anyway, Sean, the next one is 32,000. That if you get that, you will have that no matter what. If you get it wrong, you go down to 1,000. So
all right.
Just to let you know, 32,000. Here we go. In the animated Hanna-Barbera television series Pixie and Dixie and Mr. Jinx from 1958 to 1961, what type of animals are Pixie and Dixie? Are they A, mice, B, fish, C, dogs, or D, birds?
And here's the first wall. I have no idea what Pixie and Dixie and Mr. Jinx is.
Okay, you can take your time. We have a 50-50.
It's off. I'm going to have to use the 50-50.
You can do the 50-50?
Yep.
Okay. Let's get rid of 2 wrong answers for you, even though you're not leaning towards anything. Mice or dogs? I have to remind you, Andrew, you could ask him, and he may know it, but like I said, it's not his forte. The show was before the 80s.
All right. So.
But if you get this wrong, you'll lose and leave with 1,000. So.
All right. So Pixie and Dixie and Mr. Jinx. So C, the answer C is dogs, and the reason why I'm wondering about that is because obviously Hanna-Barbera, very familiar with Scooby-Doo. That Scooby-Doo is one of them biggest things. So what I'm thinking is that like, did they have like a dog-centered show before before they did Scooby-Doo, because obviously at this point when people think Hanna-Barbera are dogs, Scooby-Doo is like the top one they always think of. All right.
Take your time, and you can always walk away with 20,000 as well if you want.
Just for curiosity's sake, I'm going to use one of my opponent expert just to see.
Just to back you up?
Just to see.
All right, so you're going to use 2 lifelines, so the 50-50 you use, and we're going to ask Andrew. He said, well, you certainly have stumped me with this one. I'm going to guess with only 50% certainty that it is A, mice.
I don't blame you, Andrew. Like, I'm not familiar with this one either. So, but I'm going to go, I think I will go with Andrew on this one. Again, I have no idea. I'm going to say mice. A, final answer. I admit, this is just a wild guess. It could be totally wrong, but what are you going to do?
Well, the good thing is, even after you use the 50-50, Andrew's answer is still there. So that's a good sign there. But is it correct? Neither of you were too sure. You got this right, you keep going. You get it wrong, it was nice having you. Sean, your answer is correct.
For a second, I was like, oh, what's going on? Hey!
Congratulations. Yeah, this is the show, Pixie and Dixie, Mr. Jinx. And I used to watch this, not like a lot, but I watched it a bit growing up. And the main catchphrase was, Pixie and Dixie are the 2 mice, and they're always, bothering Mr. Jinx and vice versa. But Mr. Jinx would always call them mices instead of mice. He would say the plural of mouse is mices. And that was kind of the catchphrase of the show, like, you mices. So
Interesting. I'll be totally honest. My experience with Hanna-Barbera Productions and their films stuff is admittedly very limited. Flintstones, Scooby-Doo, all the stuff they did on Cartoon Network in the 90s, like, Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Lab. That actually is Hanna-Barbera stuff technically, but yeah, that's as far as I know with that stuff. Like, if they appeared in Scoob, the new Scooby-Doo movie, I've been like, that would have helped. They should.
Exactly. And no, you're right. A lot of people aren't aware, even myself, we're not aware of the full filmography of Hanna-Barbera. There's just so much they've done. But anyway, congratulations. You have 32,000. No matter what you do, you'll have that. And you have the Ask the Expert still, and you have the second lifeline, the Switch the Question. So
awesome.
You have 2. Are they enough to get to the million? Let's see. 64. Let's go. Which app does the emoji jailbreak ultimately want to get to in the animated 2017 Sony animation film, The Emoji Movie? Is it A, Dropbox, B, Facebook, C, WhatsApp, or D, LinkedIn?
The Emoji Movie. Put this in perspective, folks. This was not out by the time we did the last time I was on here.
Wow.
I think the trailer was out at that point, but that was as far as it. And, well, you've heard about this movie. Everyone's watching this probably heard about this movie. But I have seen it, and I know that it's A, Dropbox, final answer.
You actually have me thinking you didn't know the answer, but
I've seen it.
Like, I'm so, you're like, it, but you're not proud that you know it.
well, okay. Here's the thing, but like I said, like, but when it was coming out, and it's like, Emoji Movie, really? I'm not kind of that person when I think it's going to suck. I'm not really that kind of person. I wasn't expecting anything, and I was like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm always more on the mentality of like, there's better things to look forward to than Emoji Movie.
Well, your answer is correct. Congratulations. No, I'm the same like you. I don't let people's opinions sway me beforehand. Like, I'm gonna watch the movie for myself and make my own opinion. Like, I like The Boss Baby, and I like Ugly Dolls.
And I remember, and I'm not trying to remember I like Scoob that just came out, and it was kind of a male response, but I liked it.
I haven't seen that one yet, but I was kind of scared with the reviews. But Once I
I'd
see it,
say
I'll
it's
see what I'll think.
it's solid. I wouldn't say it's like game changer or anything, but solid fun that actually does a really nice job of paying homage to classic Hanna-Barbera style. And there's a lot of fun references to the shows, all these Easter eggs. Solid.
Nice. I'll keep that in mind when I get to it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Better than Emoji Movie.
That's all I need. All right, let's keep going. 125,000. What is the name of the holiday that the residents of Berks celebrate in the animated 2019 DreamWorks animation short How to Train Your Dragon: Homecoming? Is it A, Snoggletog, B, Merriment, C, Eulogy, or D, Bergstrom?
So, you know how I said I never watched any Studio Ghibli stuff?
Uh-huh.
I haven't watched any of the How to Train Your Dragon movies.
My goodness.
I'm getting there. I will get there someday, I promise.
You heard that here first, folks, for the first time.
I don't know, maybe that's more embarrassing than what I nearly did earlier with Peter Pan. But because of that, I am actually going to take the switch the question lifeline. And my reasoning is, I'm sure Andrew probably knows the answer to this. But like we're saying, he knows a lot of Studio Ghibli. And for all we know, there's a Studio Ghibli question coming up. So
you're saving him for that Studio Ghibli question.
He probably knows this one, but I'm going to take the bit. I'm more concerned about if there's a Studio Ghibli question coming.
All right, so if that's your final answer, we'll swap the question. And just for fun, what would you guess the answer would have been?
I might have heard about this. I think it might have been B, actually.
If you told me B, Merriment, final answer, it'd have been wrong. So good thing.
Well, now you know why. That makes sense.
It was Snoggletog, actually.
Huh.
But yeah. You got to watch the How to Train Dragon movies.
I promise I will. There's a lot of DreamWorks movies I haven't seen.
Yeah, there are a lot of them anyway.
But I'll be honest, How to Train Your Dragon was the first one, after that officially was one I didn't see, which was that broke the cycle of me going to see every DreamWorks movie in theaters. I've seen a couple from time to time, like Captain Underpants and stuff, but I've mostly just been sticking to Pixar and Disney animation.
I can't blame you there. Can't blame you at all. Okay, we've swapped it for another one worth the same amount of points, and you still have Andrew as your last lifeline. Let's see what this one is. Saoirse, the daughter character in the animated 2014 cartoon saloon film Song of the Sea, is shown to be what type of creature of Celtic folklore? Is she A, a Kelpie, B, a Wulver, C, a Selkie, or D, a Banshee?
I have not seen this.
Okay.
I might have heard about this, though. I think I know what this is, though.
What are you leaning before, but not saying final answer? What are you leaning towards?
At the moment, it's A. I think part of me thinks B and C actually aren't animated films, they can have unique creatures that aren't actual creatures and stuff. They have fancy names and stuff, but I do believe it's A, Kelpie.
Remember, you have your Andrew if you want to use
it. It's not Studio Ghibli answer, but I have a feeling Andrew probably knows this, so I'm going to go with experts.
You want to use expert? Okay.
It's not Studio Ghibli, but I have a feeling he probably might know this one.
All right. This is your last lifeline of the game. We went to Andrew. He said, a truly beautiful and awe-inspiring film. I believe the Celtic creature she is shown to be is a sea, Selkie.
So
he says it's C.
So I will go with Andrew on this one. C, Selkie. That actually kind of was my backup answer, probably.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, I'll go with Andrew on this one.
All right. So you weren't too sure. You asked Andrew. He was thinking C, Selkie. Your answer is correct.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, you're all out of lifelines, but at least you're at 125,000. So it's whatever it takes to get there.
That is one I remember. This is a movie I did hear about. Like I said, I'm more of a Disney Pixar guy, so I really haven't seen much of the big, smaller animated films. But
I understand, yeah.
About did this get nominated for Best Animated Feature that year?
I can't remember for sure. I want to say yes, but I can't be positive.
It was 2014, so that was the year How to Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Dragon 2 was definitely.
And Big Hero 6 won the Oscar that year, so maybe it did on one of the award shows. Maybe not like maybe I don't know. Maybe Oscars. I'll have to look that up later. But yeah, I heard this is another one I hear like that was really good.
So she's a Selkie in this. She like can transform into a seal, if I remember correctly.
Cool.
Or that's what Irish mythology is. If it's, I think it's Irish. But anyway, you're out of lifelines, but you're 3 away from the next benchmark. So just keep in mind you can walk away whenever you want because the top 5 will come back for around 2. And right now, 250,000 right now is the highest score someone's walked away from this season. So let's go. Which Blue Sky Studios film does the former talk show host Jay Leno voice a character in? Is it A, Ice Age The Meltdown, B, Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs, C, Ice Age Continental Drift, or D, Ice Age Collision Course?
Okay, the question says which Blue Sky Studios film. I think you mean which Ice Age film does Jay Leno appear in?
True.
Okay, so when it comes to Ice Age, I've only seen the first 3, so I have not seen Continental Drift or Collision Course.
Stay away.
That is what I've heard.
So just remind you can walk away with 125 if you want, or if you get it wrong, you go down to 32.
Exactly. So, okay, so trying to remember the Ice Age film, like I said, first 3. So, obviously, because that's not part of the answers. Trying to remember the second one, the Meltdown. I don't think it was the Meltdown. Well, I gotta be honest. I'm not sure, so I'm actually I'm gonna do that option to walk away.
You gonna walk away 125,000? Is that your final answer?
Yes, that'll be my final answer. Like I said, I'm pretty familiar with the first 3. Well, okay, I should clarify. Generally familiar with the first 3 Ice Age films, namely the first 2, because I actually do own those both on DVD. I saw the third one, remember, in theaters, but that was really about it. And yeah, I haven't seen Continental Drift or Collision Course.
Well, Sean, congratulations. You're walking away with 125,000, which is a very high score. And if we have round 2, I think you're pretty set for that, but I'll let you know again as we get closer to that. Just for fun, what would you say the answer would be here?
I would say maybe C, Continental Drift.
If you told me Continental Drift, final answer, you wouldn't have 125,000. You'd have 32,000. It actually was the Meltdown. Ice Age The Meltdown. He voices this Lucky Tony character, or Lucky Eddie. I forget what his name is. But this armadillo character. So.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a fun episode, Sean. I had fun hosting, and I hope you had fun playing. And
absolutely. I'm kind of glad I did better than last time, even though there was that one point where I was going to go even worse.
You would have been the first person to leave with 0 points. That would have been awesome.
Exactly. That would have been embarrassing.
And for before we go, how can people find you online, or you want to play?
So, like we said in the intro, Rhode Island Movie Corner is the blog that I've been operating since 2012. Once again, that is rimoviecorner.blogspot.com. That's where I do most of my written work, reviews, editorials, top 10s, and whatnot. Like I said, I'm also a featured writer on the Disney Insider. I don't post there as much because, like I said, that's mostly at Disney stuff, and my stuff covers more than just on Rhode Island Movie Corner. I cover more than just Disney stuff, but when I do, I post it there. So disinsider.com. Even then, go to that, check out the site. It's a great site. A lot of great people work there.
Awesome, and I'll definitely put links to that below. And for everyone watching, we're 5 contestants in, 5 more to go, halfway through season 6, unless we have round 2. Will someone make it to the million? Watch and find out. Take care. Bye.
Well, either way, we are halfway there.
That's a good one to go out on.